Good morning, my name is Megan Huang. There's been a problem. Lately, students have been getting less sleep from different places. Sources such as kidshealth.org suggest that teenagers should receive around 8.5 hours of sleep each night in order to be able to function at their very best. However, the American Psychological Association reports that adolescents sleep less than they did as children, declining from an average of 10 hours a night during middle childhood to fewer than 7.5 hours by age 16.
Isn't just a single error, but rapid. Notice everything, and you ignore the fact that your skin is also clear.
A group of scientists predict that most students in this class do not receive a healthy amount of sleep, less than 7.5 hours, every night, perhaps due to their heavy workload. Studies point out that extracurriculars, schoolwork, and outside jobs have a large say in this factor. The objective of their study is ultimately to gain a more precise understanding of the amount of sleep high school juniors in Mrs. Sanchez's Honors English 3 classes receive, because this information aids in figuring out how much less sleep such students receive than they really should be. The research question is, do Mrs. Sanchez's Honors English 3 students get less than 7.5 hours of sleep each night? Now we'll go over to Christina.
Here we have Xavier Chen, a former student of Mrs. Sanchez's class at Parsippany High School. Xavier?
Oh my god. Oh.
Hi, Xavier.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you here for the interview?
Yes.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh.
So please tell us about your experience in Mrs. Sanchez's class.
Oh, it's just, I'm still recovering.
Really? So please tell us about your experiences. Like, why was it so hard?
Well, you know, I mean, she just has so much work. Like, there's a vocab packet every week, and then a background packet, and then a cool log, and then a quiz, and then readings, and then it's just so much workload. Like, how do you do it? I just want to sleep. And then we had the HESPAs, and I barely passed.
Sounds very traumatizing. On average, would you say all the other students were feeling this way as well?
Yeah, I don't think I'm alone here. I think we were all staying up late pretty much every night trying to get our work done. You know, it was a lot of work. There's probably more work in that one class than all my other classes combined.
And would you say, in addition to all your other high school activities, it made it even worse? Or was it just this class?
Well, yeah, I mean, combined with, you know, club, sports, and everything else, then you're even more tired. And how are you ever going to get that work done? And, I don't even know how I'm still alive right now.
Thank you, Xavier.
Hi, Mom!
Considering Xavier's words, we can see that a high school student faces many challenges and time constraints, leading to a nationally decreasing average of sleep per night.
A former student of Mrs. Sanchez, and after hearing about the challenges of this course, is it true that students on average get less than 7.5 hours of sleep daily?
Let's interview one of the scientists to learn more about the study itself. Christina?
These scientists conducted a survey asking current Honors English 3 students the average amount of sleep they get, and took a sample of students to get the data. Here we have Christine reporting results.
So my team of scientists conducted a two-hypothesis test where the null hypothesis is mu equals to 7.5. The alternative hypothesis is mu is less than 7.5, where mu equals the average hour of sleep per night, and the alpha value is 0.05.
Wow, interesting! Can you give us a summary of the data?
The minimum is 3.5, the first quartile is 5, the median is 5.75, the third quartile is 6, and the maximum is 9. And the result of our hypothesis test is p equals to 4.3 times 10 to the negative 10.
So what went well during your study?
So some things that did went well in our study is that Mrs. Sanchez agreed to cooperate with us. She distributed the surveys, and we got back the results on time.
What didn't go well during your study?
So the things that didn't went well, well, my group of scientists never specified that to write an integer on the surveys, so we had to round the answers. Some of the subjects were absent on the day the surveys were distributed, and it was obvious that some of the answers were not serious, and those answers had to be
So
omitted.
since the p-value is less than the alpha value, that means we reject the null hypothesis. Mrs. Sanchez's Honors 3 English students receive less than 7 hours of sleep per night on a given weekday. Thanks, Dr. Christine. Back to Megan.
Thank you, Christina. Well, there you have it. See you at 6 o'clock for more news. Ow.
The objective of this study. Oh man. The objective of this study is ultimately to gain a more precise understanding of the amount of sleep high school juniors in Mrs. Sanchez's Honors 3 English classes receive, because the information aids in figuring out how much less sleep such students receive than they really should be. Only with this knowledge may students start to improve their sleep schedules.
Okay, go.
We previously interviewed a student of Mrs. Sanchez.
Does anybody know where to find a male leader in? I mean female. Because the males are like right on Route 4. Bloopers.